Hey guys, this is going to be a review of the 3D Blu-ray disc edition of Prometheus. I actually saw the film last night, oh well, actually tonight on my Blu-ray TV, and I actually have a Sony KDL 46HX 850. I don't know, apparently it's a pretty good one, and I got to watch it with the glasses and so forth, which really annoys me because the pinch on my eyes and my ears really hurt. But yeah, I've actually done a review on the movie itself, and I did see that in theaters in 3D, and that's done. I did a podcast of that with David Farrell. So if you guys want to hear my opinions on the movie, it's probably best to check that out because I just seen it at the movies, and it's a really fresh opinion. This review is more about the unboxing of the Blu-ray disc edition, and of course about the Blu-ray disc itself, the special features and so forth. So let's just go ahead with the unboxing. As you can see, a very interesting box art here, and the main scene that's featured in the box art, where David the android comes on board, Michael Fassbender comes on board the navigational, I don't know, cockpit of the aliens or the engineers, and you get all that 3D effect. That's probably the best part of the 3D, so I guess that's why they chose it. Other than also being a really cool scene, I guess that's why it makes the openings, the featured box art. Okay, so here's the front cover, here's the spine, here's the other side. Okay, and then of course you got the box art behind. You can see that shine on it. It's got that I don't know, interesting coating that they use over it that makes it shimmer like that. So that's pretty cool. So I'm just going to unbox it now. Just a cardboard slip cover just like that. I'm just going to place that here. And here of course is just a typical Blu-ray box here. I'm going to open that up now. And you get the ultraviolet information in here with the code and everything like that. Because I live in Australia and I bought this overseas, I guess the code just won't work here, which is a bit unfair. So I did try the code to get it onto my computer, but it didn't work. And of course, we all know there are other ways to extract the movie from the disc onto iTunes. Here's the Prometheus 3D Blu-ray disc, and if you turn it over just like that, there's the Blu-ray just the Blu-ray movie, not 3D. Blu-ray special features, and of course the DVD at the end here. So yep, no box art inside, as you guys notice. There's actually no art inside, so a bit lazy there on that, but nevertheless you get the Blu-ray 3D, the Blu-ray disc, the DVD, and the digital copy. Now, don't be too alarmed. When I turned this over, I was like, oh gosh, damn, it's region A. I still haven't saved up for a multi-region Blu-ray player yet. I'm hoping to get the Oppo, as we all know it's very expensive. So don't be too alarmed if you see this, for all you guys who live outside of America, and of course the region A zone. I of course live in Australia, and we have region B. So I was a bit alarmed when I saw this, but I put it in and it plays fine. So this is a multi-region disc, or region-free disc, despite it being labelled as region A. Now, about the special features, unfortunately I can't comment on the Blu-ray second disc. Well, I should say third disc, really, including the 3D. Now, this is the special features disc. It doesn't work at all on my Sony 3. It just as if it was scratched, which is disappointing because I hear Blu-ray has an extra layer of coating which makes it really strong. And there are videos online of people doing stress tests on Blu-ray discs, so this was really disappointing when I put in a Blu-ray disc and it just wouldn't work. I don't know, maybe I should email Amazon or something, but I can't comment at all on the special features of this disc. But just to let you know, there are faulty discs out there for Blu-ray, so they're not as strong as everyone thinks they are. So they're just as, I don't know, as fragile as DVDs maybe. So I can comment a lot on the special features of the Prometheus because on the main disc, which I've gone through a lot, and of course the 3D. Now, the best thing about this disc is the audio commentary by Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott is one of the best directors in the world at the moment. Of the 4 most influential science fiction movies ever made, one being Stanley Kubrick's 2001: A Space Odyssey, the other one being George Lucas' Star Wars. Alien and Blade Runner by Ridley Scott are the other two. So, he's a powerhouse titan in the science fiction realm of cinema, and this marks his first comeback since Blade Runner. into the science fiction genre, and it's pretty good. You know, again, my opinions on the movie itself are best heard on the podcast because that was my initial reaction after seeing the movie in 3D at the cinemas. Watching it again in 3D at home, I enjoyed it. The 3D is very good. You know, you're really immersive in the atmosphere, which is what I guess 3D is for. I just can't stand the pinch on the nose, and any good movie in itself will be entertaining anyway. You don't necessarily need 3D. It's just that extra layer of entertainment, in my opinion. But it does have an immersive quality. Again, Ridley Scott, one of the best directors in the world, as well as the sci-fi genre. So it's all worth it to pick this up. To pick up Prometheus, because I think Ridley Scott again is one of the best, and him getting into 3D, making this film in 3D is absolutely worth it. It's not one of those movies that they're just re-rendering in 3D for the sake of that entertainment. Such examples, I'm pretty sure Alice in Wonderland was originally shot in 2D, and because of the popularity of Avatar and so forth, they went, yeah, just render it in 3D, man, we'll make millions, and that's what they did. And Alice in Wonderland actually is one of the highest grossing films of all time, and I think that majorly because the 3D tickets were a lot more expensive than just standard tickets. So yeah, I highly recommend the 3D movie of this. It's pretty good. The 3D really pops out and it's very effective, and it immerses you in that atmosphere. It's not as horrific as Alien. There's a lot of frightening parts in it, but the environments are absolutely phenomenal. Seeing it handled by Ridley Scott and his production designer Arthur Max, it is phenomenal. He does discuss that in the audio commentaries about the use of 3D, just a little bit, not too much, but he does say, yeah, he had the top guys in the world pretty much working on this and making the film effective in 3D. Other scenes that were really notable in 3D, really cool, was the scene where the storm is happening. Like they have to get back to the ship because this storm is coming towards them, and that's really cool. You get stuff whizzing past the screen. It's really effective. All the computer components, when they're pressing computers, the 3D graphs and everything, they really come out at you, which is really effective. And of course, the featured scene in here, as I mentioned before, where David's in the engineer's cockpit area and he's going through their 3D rendering of the universe, is really, really cool. The planets really pop out at you. But again, the whole environment is really immersive in the atmosphere, especially when you're in the dark canals of the spaceship. It's really cool being inside there. The sound quality, as with most Blu-rays, are phenomenal. I've got a 5.1 setup, so I was really able to hear all the surround sound and so forth, and that was used really effectively. So the disc is a good showcase if you have a really good setup. Now, or just discussing the other elements in this, it's interesting with the special features. I'm pretty sure you would have all seen this just on the viral YouTube videos, I guess. But there is almost like a short film of Peter Whalen, played by Guy Pearce, and it's a young Guy Pearce, not the old Guy Pearce, where he does a talk for TED, like a fictional TED Talks in like 2023, I'm guessing, where he pretty much discusses artificial intelligence and how his company is creating a really phenomenal breakthrough in technology. But that's a really good performance by Guy Pearce, as always. He's a great actor, and it's an interesting insight into the world of Prometheus and the evolution of the technology. So that's a pretty good special feature that they've included in this. It also has some other really weird, bizarre special features. The whole thing is titled The Whalen Files, and I guess it's just stuff he stored in the computer and you're getting an insight into it. A little nod that has been going a bit viral, there is a letter in the Whalen Files discussing that it could be Tyrell, like he's going, a rival company once told me to be like God. So the implication there could be that this Prometheus is in the same universe as Blade Runner, although it's the Tyrell company who makes the replicants or the androids. The company in this is in the Prometheus and Alien world is called Whalen, but due to that letter, I don't know, it's implied that eventually Tyrell was overtaken by Whalen corporations, and so Yeah, so Wayland became the most featured corporation to build replicants or androids. So that's pretty interesting, I guess. Annoying thing about this, it says here it has a DVD. The DVD edition actually doesn't have any special features at all. It's just the, I don't know how well you guys can see that. It's just the DVD film and no special features at all. I would really appreciate it if they had just put the audio commentary in the DVD itself. All you get really is just the movie and scene selections and some audio selections going from French to Spanish or what have you. But there is unfortunately no special features on the DVD disc, which is so annoying. If I want to buy a special 4 disc edition with Blu-ray 3D and DVD, I would expect the DVD to be at least the single disc edition if I was to buy the DVD separately. So unfortunately, no special features on the DVD. All the special features are on the Blu-rays, so really annoying. Just something I wish companies would not do, and just like if they're gonna sell a box set like this with everything in it, literally put everything in it, you know. Yeah, but highly recommend this this box set. Although one of the discs doesn't work, and I'm disappointed with the DVD. It's a Ridley Scott film, a great science fiction movie, and really enjoyable. So yeah, check it out. The 3D is pretty good. If you guys have a 3D setup, you'll enjoy it. If you don't, the Blu-ray disc is a great showcase anyway for your Blu-ray setup. Okay, guys, thanks heaps. You can check out my podcast I do with David Farrell. We do movie reviews. This is just, of course, a review on the Blu-rays and 3D disc. Okay, thanks, guys. All the best.